Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is July 30th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. So we just got a sharp sell-off today, especially after hours as well. So S&P 500 goes down to 54.14 and closed that area after hours. It's just hitting this trend line, which is not a good sign because we just had a bounce for 2 days and then market just getting back to the bearish momentum. I was expecting kind of like a market is getting back at least to SMA 20 to touch this area and then getting back to the sell signal, but seems like market didn't like to have a bullish momentum at all. And this is kind of like a dangerous for bulls just because market is formed a very bearish pattern. So if we just see this one as like a 4 waves to the downside, we should just complete the fifth one, which is going to be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is going to go down all the way to here, which is coming around 5,300. So for the next 2 days, we should see this 5 waves to the downside. And if this is the correct, I should say, if this is the correct wave count, we should expect some kind of like a bear, kind of like a rally to the upside somewhere around here. So if we just say if we are getting to the downside to here, this area, we should see some kind of like a bear rally to the upside, potentially coming along to this wide range bar. And then the next 5 waves are going to go down for the market. You're just getting to the downside more. And that's going to be kind of like a big ABC pattern to the downside. So I should say still by November, October, we should see some kind of like a lower level, at least to 5,000 area, which is going to be more than 12% to the downside. And that is kind of like interesting for a market because if we lose this pivotal point, this is going to be long run, but if we lose this pivotal point, I should say we are kind of like getting into a bear market, and I don't think the bull market is going to continuing to the upside. So we will see how it goes for the future, but I should say market is just forming a bearish momentum to the downside. Nasdaq just coming down today as well, so especially after hours, it just lose SMA 100, and also it's just getting below this demand area. Still looking for some kind of like bearish momentum to here for a strong bounce because Nasdaq can finish wave 5 here, somewhere around here, and we can see some kind of like a bounce to the upside, and this bounce can get all the way up still to 19,500 after this sell-off for a kind of like in the months of August. So months of August, especially first 2 weeks of months of August, we should see some kind of like a bullish momentum to the upside. And again, second half of August, we are just getting to a bearish momentum. So that's how market works so far. But we will see how it goes. Nasdaq just impacted by Microsoft earning. We will get to that one as well, and also AMD and the Starbucks. We will get to those ones. Dow was positive the entire day. After hours, it just took a hit, just because of the earnings for Microsoft. Just put pressure on everything, I should say, and Dow goes negative today. Moving on to gold, which was positive and fantastically moved higher. So we just got a buy signal yesterday. I just triggered a buy signal, and gold is just getting back to the upside. I should say gold can get up to 24.20 to 24.40, and that's the level that I'm just looking at 24.30, I should say, gold can hit. And if it gets there, there is going to be a supply area here. This is our early chart, and this is going to be a pivot. If it gets above this pivotal point, 24.30, then we should see some kind of like a rally continuation. But I should say this is less likely. And also August and September could be kind of like a negative months for gold overall. Moving on to silver. After sharp sell-off to the downside, silver is just getting back to the upside. This is kind of like the area that we're looking for, demand area and wide range bar here. So this demand area of wide range bar triggered to the upside, and we can see some kind of like a pullback potentially to $29. So I should say $29 for silver is going to be a foreseeable scenario down the road. However, the bigger picture, I'm still looking for 24, $25 per ounce. Moving on to crude, which is coming down as well. So crude is just finished negative day. It's just going down to $75. I believe that crude is tackling this area, 61 to 65. This is kind of like the bearish pattern that I see for crude. And we are just getting to this pivotal point. If it gets there, this is a very bearish pattern, and we may see a bounce and for the final one, and then sharp sell off after that to 61 to 65. So we will see how it goes. And moving on to individual names, so starting with Bitcoin. This is Microsoft, by the way, so we will get to that one as well. But Bit just to finish the day negative, and right now 66,000. I believe Bit is, if it holds this area, and that would be kind of like a very bullish, because Bit can go to the upside, and if it tests 70,000, then we can see some kind of like a 100K for Bit coming down the road. So I'm not looking for short, as long as we are above this flag limit here, which is 60 to 61,000, the Bit can go higher. So make sure watch this area 60 to 61,000 and see how it goes. Moving on to Ethereum, just a $45 down today. Ethereum forming a bear flag. It's not a bullish pattern, so we may see some kind of like another sell-off to here to 3,000 to 3,100. So we'll see how it goes with Ethereum, but right now it doesn't look bullish to me. Bond yield just going down today, and it's just continuing to the downside. Obviously, break through this trend line. Let me just zoom back here. So bond yield is going down. This means it's going to put pressure on Dixie and US dollar. So bond yield can go down here to this area. Federal Reserve meeting is going to be tomorrow. Everyone is waiting for that one. I'm not sure if they do even some dovish verbiage, but market is betting on a dovish verbiage, and market is betting on rate cut in September. So we will see how it goes. But all in all, I should say bond yield will have downside target by end of this year to sub 4%. TLT, which is Treasury, goes up today, forming a good bullish momentum here. So Treasury is just forming a nice bullish momentum. And if it gets above this 93, I believe 95 to 97 is coming down the road. Moving on to VIX, which is volatility index, going higher today. As you see here, VIX doesn't show kind of like a strength, specifically just the last hour of the trading session, but this is not after hours, but last hour of the trading session, it goes down, and it just put a pressure. Tomorrow, again, will be very choppy. Thursday will be very choppy. So lots of news are coming. Earning for big techies. Meta is going to announce their earning tomorrow. Federal Reserve meeting before like a market close. And Apple and Amazon will announce their earning on Thursday. So lots of news are coming to finish the July and start August. Very, very choppy. So stay tuned, buckle up. I should say the volatility is going to be a good play next 2-3 weeks. Even the entire month is going to be a good one. Dixie just going down. Here's the goodbye case to the downside. I believe Dixie can go down here to 101. Magma indicator just after hours just sold off sharply to 1400 due to Microsoft sell-off. So Microsoft goes down here, I should say. When these techies are going down, I should say we should see some kind of like a good buying opportunities coming for us. And in the future, we should have like a cash allocation. Apple just hammered after hours. You see that after it goes down, $216. This is the bear flag, and bear flag is triggering for tomorrow. If Apple goes down, I should say we can see some kind of like a good negative pattern to the downside. Amazon $1.49 down, and after hours, Amazon just hammered. It goes below this. So tomorrow we will have kind of like a gap down, and if this gap continues to the downside, I should say Amazon 140 to 149 is coming down the road, which is ugly for Amazon shareholders, but it's going to be a good buying opportunity. Meta goes down as well after hours. Look at that. So these stocks are just smashed because of the Microsoft earning. Microsoft by itself goes down $395. It just tested this previous pivot. So I believe that if Microsoft cannot hold this pivot, it can easily go down to 360 to 365. So we will see how it goes, but I should say this is kind of like the sweet spot for Microsoft. If it goes down here, if it's hammered, we're gonna see lots of kind of like a volatility to the downside. Google, $76 up, but after hours it just took a hit like the other big techies. Netflix goes down as well after hours as well. Tesla, 4% to the downside after hours. It took a hit, not that much, but I should say Tesla can go lower and lower to this 193 to 203. I believe this is going to be the area that we should just keep an eye on Tesla. Semiconductor index goes down, but AMD kind of like survived them. AMD earning, actually, it was not astonishing, I should say, but it was okay. Like AMD just beat the revenue and earning expectation or estimates. It just went up. After hours, AMD just going higher. SMH, as I said, this is going to be the bouncing area. SOX, the same pattern here. It just bounced here, but it already broken this trend line, which is not good. SOX needs to recapture this as soon as possible. Taiwan Semiconductor goes up as well. AMD, great move to the upside, 148. So after hours, AMD goes higher. Even here, AMD just did very, very well. So I should say AMD is pretty good for now. Tomorrow we can see some kind of like a strong bounce if it doesn't sell by the entire market. Nvidia had a very ugly day, 7% to the downside, but after hours, it just gained a bit. So Nvidia goes down to 103 after hours, 106. For those ones who were like trolling me for this sell-off, and I just told them Nvidia $96 is coming down the road, they said this is the worst advice. One of those comments, worst advice you can give to your subscribers. But look at that. So Nvidia, actually, this is a technical, this is not my analysis, this is technical analysis, guys. And if you see, if you just have limited knowledge on this chart is not bullish at all. This doesn't have like any formation of the bull flag. It's just going down. And ultimately, even after a bounce, we can see some sell again going to this area, which is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity for us. We're waiting for that on Texas Instrument, 89 cents down, but after hours, it's just going higher. Lam Research goes down sharply after hours. And this one, $37 after hours, today, but after hours, it just took again a bit. Financials, they just hold the Dow a bit higher, XLF 50 cents up, KBE. After yesterday engulfing, today we just got a bullish harami, but I should say this is going to be a dead cat bounce. The real scenario is going to start with these names sooner than later. KRE, the same pattern here, 55 cents gain. JP Morgan, $4.34 up. Goldman Sachs at $12.95 up. And Bank of America, 19 cents up. Wells Fargo, 42 cents up. And all in all, I should say they're kind of like holding up very well. Gold miners actually, yesterday was surprising to me that they just formed positive. Today, they proved it that gold is just going higher, 31 cents up. GDXJ, 27 cents up. AEM, 64 cents up. All in all, they just hold up very well. Newmont, 13 cents up. Franco-Nevada, $1.23 up. This means gold miners still have a good bullish momentum to the upside. And gold miners, the other gold mine, Gold Barrick, 17 cents up as well. So this is lagging, but still holding up very nicely. Moving on to energy stocks, XLE, which is $1.42 up. Another bad session. XOP, the same pattern here. It's just forming a kind of like a, I should say this is kind of like a base. If it breaks to the downside, which I believe they're going to go sooner or later, they're going to just break through to the downside. $1.32 to $1.36 is coming. OIH, the same pattern here. Double top, but hold up very well now. So if it goes below 317, it can go all the way down to 297. XOP, Exxon, $2 up. And Chevron, great move today, $2.97 up. All right, again, the fireworks not ended yet, so we should just wait for more volatility down the road. Stay tuned with us. And if you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.